Hi, this is the help video for Chapter 10's Prepare Case. We're starting on step number 6. I have the instructions on the left and the database on the right. So we're going to look at what we need to do in step 6. So the Golf Manager uses a report named Report Employees by Position, but it pops up a dialog box every time they open it. You determine that the dialog box is opening because Access is looking for a field on the report that does not exist in any of the database tables. So let's run it and see. Yeah, see, orientation. It's not, when you get this parameter value and you're not using a parameter query, you always want to look at what it's showing right here, and that'll show you what piece of information is not there, right? That's missing, and that is kind of like your first clue in trying to figure out what's wrong. So open the report employee by position, and let's go to layout view. So I just hit OK, and it will bypass that. Delete the orientation label and the checkboxes. All right, add the employee salary to the right of employee position. So right in here, we want to add a new field. So on our design tab, we want to find the add existing field, and we want to add employee salary. So I'm going to click it, and I'm just going to drag it where I want it to go. It's going to pop it all the way to, and I'm just using my right arrow key to move it. So in layout view, I just clicked on this, got the 4 pointed arrows, and moved it to the right of position. Change the tab order of the report by moving the employee salary field to the top of the custom order. So design view, and then in design tools, I want to find tab order, and we want to take employee salary. So I'm going to the left of employee salary, and I'm clicking, holding, and to the top of the custom order. So we're going to come up there, switch to move the date of hire label. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do OK. Change the tab order of the report by moving, okay, we did that. Switch to design view, we already did that. Move the date of hire label and employee hire date text box so their edges line up with the 5. So let's find it. Date of hire and the employee hire date. So I'm just using my shift key, and here's the easiest, well, scoot this to the right and watch the ruler up at the top. Right, so there's where we're going. We lined it up with the 5-inch. So we're done with step number 6. Step number 7, grouping and sorting allows you to organize your report and to add totals and subtotals. When you create a report using the report wizard, one of the steps allows you to add grouping to the report and how you want to sort it. You can add, delete, or change the grouping and sort manually using the wizard. Grouping and sorting options can also be changed in layout view or design. So if you go through your wizard and you don't put that grouping on, you can add it. And that's kind of what we're going to do here. So we want to use the group sort and total pane to add a subtotal for employee salary. Show the grand total and show the subtotal in the footer. Okay, so that's the steps we need to do. We're in design. We want to come in the design tab to group and sort. It's going to add this at the bottom down here. So we want to sort have, but look, if I click on more, there's no totals listed. right? So we're already sorting by position, and then within position by hire date. But we want to add a total to this. So where it says with no totals, we're going to click that down. So we're totaling on the employee salary. So we're going to click on that, and we're going to find employee salary, and we're doing a sum, and we want to show subtotals in the group footer and grand total. So click, grand totals, show subtotals and footers. So now we have some new sections to our report. So I'm going to close that out. I'm going to save that and run it. So now here's our position, and here is our subtotal for assistant golf professional. If we go all the way to the bottom, here is the grand total. But notice there's no line, there's no labels there, so it's a little bit hard to understand. But if we look at the layout, here is the employee position footer. So when the employee position changes, then before it does the next position, it's going to sum up the one you were working on. And then this report footer will do the total for all records. So we're done with 7. Let's go to 8. Switch to layout view, hide details for grouping totals. So let's come over here and change it to layout. And then we want to, in the grouping and totals, hide detail. And then all we get are the subtotals by employee position and the overall grand total. So that's kind of interesting. So that we're done with 8. 9. When you create groups and groups and totals, calculated fields are often added to the report without a label, and we see that. So we're going to switch to design view and add a label at the 1-inch horizontal ruler in the report footer. So down here in the report footer, we're going to add a label. So design, we get our controls, find the label. So we're going to select our control, pick label, and 1 inch. We're going to click, and I'm going to type grand total. Change the label text to, oh, we did that, grand total. Align the grand total label and calculated to the top. So I'm going to select both of them, arrange, align, top. So now those are both on equal plane. I'm also going to size them to tallest, so they're both the same size. Okay. Add a label at the 1-inch horizontal ruler in the employee position footer. So I'm in design, and look at my employee position footer. There's no space, so I have to open that up a little bit. We're going to go to design, controls, label, 1 inch, click, and then position subtotal. And then it doesn't look like I have that at the 1 inch, so I'm going to go to my property sheet and look at my left, and I'm a little off, so I'm going to hit 1 so it goes to the right spot. I'm going to take a second to save and align the position, subtotal label, and the calculated field to the top. So I think this looks weird because this is actually in the header, and then the subtotals down here at the bottom. Like normally I would have this down here, but that's how it's supposed to be. So we're good with 9. You can add a line or other shape to a report to highlight different controls. A line is an unbound control. So let's go over here to design view. It's another control that you can put. And so what I'm going to do is in the footer for the report, I want to put this dotted red line. Switch to design view. We're there. We want to do design controls, find this line. We're going to add a line. So insert a horizontal line at the 1 inch. So right here, I'm going to click, hold, and drag them over here. So I've got this line. I am going to, we have our line selected. Let's go to Format, Shape Outline, and dashed line type. We want dashed, dash dot dot. So we got to find dash dot dot, dash dot, dash dot dot. So that one is the style. Go back to shape outline and 1 inch thickness, 1 point, and then the color dark red. All right, so let's preview it and see. There it is. Don't quite like where it is, so I'm going to go to layout where I can see it and just click on it and just bring it up a bit. Okay, so we're done with 10. We can save and close this report, and I'm done with this movie. We'll pick the next movie up at step 11. Thank you.